2018 Chevrolet Colorado Review. The 2018 Chevy Colorado can be a versatile, modern mid-sized truck with many different desirable equipment. If it is not necessary or the capability that your full-size pickup provides, a truck such as 2018 Chevrolet Colorado may be right your life's calling. Mid-sized trucks including the Colorado are appealing as a result of virtues, for example car-like maneuverability and fuel economy. The Colorado certainly has a number of that appeal, in addition to plenty of choices and good all-around pickup truck competency. The Colorado has several tough competitors, though, namely the Toyota Tacoma and also the Honda Rigger line. The Tacoma has strong resale value and excellent off-road capabilities, as you move. The Honda Rigger line has excellent on-road performance and interior refinement. The Colorado offers long-distance comfort, a fairly easy cabin layout and also a range of desirable engines. Picking a winner in this particular segment will largely depend upon what attributes you value most, though the 2018 Colorado is without a doubt worth an experiment drive. Notably, we picked the 2018 Chevrolet Colorado as one of best pickup trucks just for this year. What's new? The 2018 Chevy Colorado receives a few small upgrades for the standard equipment list, including Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integration plus a 7-inch infotainment screen replacing last year's smaller 4.2-inch version. If you desire a good balance between equipment level and pricing, the LT trim level. There are several options packages to pick from, so that you can customize your truck with varying amounts of features. We also recommend the optional 3.6-litre V6 or even the 2.8-litre turbodiesel engine, as both versions are available for the LT. Trim levels and features. The 2018 Chevrolet Colorado is usually a mid-size pickup offered in extended cab and crew cab body styles. There are 2 bed lengths and 5 trim levels: base, work truck weight, LT, Z71 and ZR2. For a no-frills truck, the base and work truck designs have limited features and the best prices. The mid-range LT offers extras including a larger touchscreen plus a standard 4G LTE Wi-Fi hotspot, as the top-of-the-line Z71 combines some fundamental off-road prowess with top equipment. The ZR2 model features significant suspension and the body changes that provide it improved off-road capability. The intra-level model, known simply as base, covers your truck basics without a lot of extras. Nevertheless, it still features a decent amount of exercise machines. It's offered only as a possible extended cab, and standard features add a 2.5-litre inline 4-cylinder engine, 200 horsepower and 191 pound-feet of torque, a 6-speed manual transmission, 16-inch steel wheels, air conditioning, vinyl upholstery and rug, a 4-way power driver seat with manual recline, front bucket seats, a tilt-and adjustable leader, power windows, a rear-view camera, along with a 6-speaker speakers with Chevrolet's app-based MyLink system, Bluetooth phone and audio connectivity, voice controls, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, along with a 7-inch display. There are lots of changes if you step up on the work truck weight model. Nevertheless, it can be found in both extended cab and crew cab body styles and adds fold-up rear jump seats, extended cab models only, cloth upholstery, carpeting and floor mats. The biggest difference between the base Colorado as well as the work truck trim will be the latter's list of available alternatives. Essentially, you are able to equip the work truck by tech items, optional engines and exterior trim which render it feel less basic. From the weight level on up, you'll be able to get a 6-speed automatic transmission to the base 4-cylinder or one in the Colorado's 2 optional engines, A 3.6-litre V6 308 horsepower and 275 lb-ft paired for an 8-speed automatic transmission, or even a 2.8-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder diesel engine 181 horsepower and 369 lb-ft paired to some 6-speed automatic. Notable options to the weight include remote keyless entry, cruise control, an EZ lift tailgate, and OnStar telematics roadside assistance, turn-by-turn navigation, automatic crash response and 4G LTE Wi-Fi hotspot connectivity. If you don't want to sort through the many WT's options sheets, you'll be able to simply spring with the LT, which gets you most from the above items, plus 17-inch alloy wheels, a leather-wrapped tilt-antless coping tyre, an 8-inch touch screen, satellite radio, in-car 4G LTE Wi-Fi, and a couple of additional USB ports. More options can be found for the LT, with notable ones being heated front seats, automatic climate control, heated exterior mirrors, and forward collision and lane departure warning systems. For LT models and above, there's an available 7-speaker premium Bose audio system plus a navigation system and enhancement on the standard 8-inch MyLink interface. For more luxury items and several mild off-road ability, you will want to check out the ZR71. It comes standard with most from the LT's optional equipment, but it adds dark tinted 17-inch alloy wheels, all-terrain tires as an alternative to all-season tires, an off-road oriented suspension, a locking rear differential, hill descent control, unique cloth and simulated leather upholstery, as well as other model-specific trim pieces. Even with all the off-road oriented suspension, the Z71 is more oriented towards street use. For more ability from the beaten path, the ZR2 is the truck. The ZR2 carries a raised suspension with special dampers, bigger all-terrain tires, fender flares, special bodywork for improved approach and departure angles, a spray and bed liner optional on other trims with an electronically locking rear differential. Chevy affords the V6 and the diesel engine for your ZR2. Trim tested. Each vehicle typically will come in multiple versions which might be fundamentally similar. The S with this review derived from our full test from the 2017 Chevrolet Colorado LT 3.6 liters V6, 8-speed automatic, 4WD. Driving. The V6 engine is lively, and also the 8-speed automatic well paved. Other versus the praiseworthy powertrain, the Colorado also handles well for any truck. Setup steering lacks feedback. Acceleration. The V6 makes your truck feel light in straightaways rather than breathless at full tilt, whether or not it's 6.7 seconds 0 to 60 time is barely faster compared to the Honda Rigolines. There's not enough grunt reduced the rev range that's only revealed once the transmission hesitates to downshift. Braking. The pedal is firm and numb under moderately hard braking. However, it's otherwise simple to modulate in regular driving conditions. We recorded a stopping distance from 60 miles per hour of 124 feet, that is good to the class. Nosedive is noticeable under hard braking, not away from character for just a truck. Steering. The steering offers good on-center feel for highway driving and precise control. Steering effort is appropriately weighted. Get the job done. Assistance feels a tad artificial. Feedback is almost non-existent. Handling. Body roll is tamed because of the firm suspension, and so the Colorado corners quite well for just a truck. With an unloaded bed, the Sunlight rear end will easily break traction, but stability control always keeps that manageable. As car-like as being the Colorado feels, it's ultimately still a truck. Drivability. The 8-speed transmission is well matched for this engine, and acceleration is intuitive, with smooth throttle typing. There's no real issue on the transmission. In search of gears, and it also holds speed easily on hills, even though it is occasionally not wanting to downshift on flat roads. Comfort. The Colorado comes with a better ride than most full-size pickups, nevertheless it is more stiff-legged than some mid-size competition. Noise isolation, climate control and seat adjustability are rudimentary. However, the Colorado is created well enough that drivers with pickup truck expectations will likely be comfortable. Seat comfort. The front seats are nicely molded, when a little firm, and give an upright but comfortable position. There's not a huge amount of adjustability, so opinions are often divided. Most drivers are going to be comfortable even on longer drives. The rear bench is harder, along with the backrest is expectedly upright. Ride comfort. The ride is far less rough than most full-size trucks, likely thanks in part to your more limited hauling capacity. Nonetheless, it's definitely still firm. The more generous sidewalls about the tires assist in keeping bigger bumps from feeling harsh. Noise and vibration. There's considerable road, wind and tire noise, especially at freeway speeds. The transmission really helps to avoid engine noise, and wind noise would be the biggest factor at speed. We didn't find the noise levels ever rising on the point where they impede conversation, though. Climate control. The climate controls are simple and easy, intuitive to make use of, plus the system is higher than a match for some weather conditions. But it's merely a single zone setup. The heated seats and tire work well and are all too easy to operate. Interior. As befits a tiny truck, the driving position is upright along with the controls are quite obvious. Even as a crew cab, the Colorado favors top seat, using a cramped and difficult to access rear seat, especially since side steps are optional extras. Large door pillars create some problematic sight lines. Ease of usage. Everything is all too easy to reach. Highs lots of well-labeled and generously sized switchgear, including oversized toggles inside the center console that happen to be easy to operate even though wearing heavy gloves. Getting into or getting out. This can be a relatively high vehicle, and steps are optional extras. The big doorway opening helps, and step-up isn't way too high for adults of average height. The rear door is a lot narrower and incorporates a slightly shorter opening, so getting into and out in the back seat is noticeably more challenging. Driving position. The driving position inside Colorado is upright and commanding yet remains comfortable. None from the controls are away from reach, and all things are accessible and visible. There's also generous adjustment range inside the seat and steering column to match all types of drivers. Roominess. The front seat offers a great deal of room all over. There's enough adjustability for almost all drivers, and taller drivers won't run from headroom. The crew cab's rear seat is tight, legroom is bound, then there is insufficient headroom for taller passengers. Visibility. Forward visibility is very good, even so the very wide door pillars might cause problems, specifically when pulling from a driveway in an angle. The side mirrors are sized properly, causing them to be useful during lane changes. Quality. The cabin is stuffed with hard plastics and customarily cheap-feeling surfaces. That said, it's solidly assembled. Also, it feels more modern as opposed to Tacoma or Frontier. Still, it wouldn't match the Ridgeline. Utility. The Colorado offers high towing and hauling nevertheless it can't match the Ridgeline for usability. The bed is narrower, regardless of whether it has a higher total volume. The rear seats don't fold flat, where there are no clever compartments for larger items, reducing enclosed storage options. Small item storage. There are lots of places to stash things from the cabin, including a cell phone tray next to your USB port.
door pockets are cleverly tiered to assist organize small items, and also the cup holders are generously sized. Rear passengers only get seat back pockets and cup holders if there is absolutely no middle passenger. Cargo space. Even although Colorado is available with all the longest in-class cargo box, it may not be wide enough for just a 4x8 sheet of plywood to lie flat. The bed also needs a bed liner and lacks the clever spaces or electrical outlets noticed in competitors. The floor height can be higher than competitors. Child safety seat accommodation. The outboard rear seats both offer latch points, even though tether anchors take time and effort to access. Larger rear-facing seats will impinge on front seat travel. The rear seat height means getting seats and infants into the back requires lifting, which can be troublesome for shorter drivers. Technology. Chevrolet offers solid in-car technology thanks largely to its MyLink system, which is all too easy to use and feature-rich. Unfortunately, the Colorado lags behind with regard to useful on-road active safety technology. Audio and navigation. The audio quality from the premium Bose Technique is acceptable but nothing special. It does reach higher volumes without causing distortion. Chevy's MyLink navigation remains a fantastic system. It's responsive with sharp graphics and also a straightforward interface. Smartphone integration. Chevy does an excellent job offering charging options, with 2 USB ports up front and a couple optional ports at the spine, together with 110-volt outlets front and rear. Bluetooth is an easy task to set up, also it works well. The MyLink system also features Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Driver aids. Our tester was optioned with forward collision alert and lane departure warning. Both are advertised. The forward collision system is usually overly sensitive, but it doesn't return completely false positives the best way some systems occasionally do. Voice control. It has one with the less fussed mainstream systems, community. Requires relatively specific phrasing. Commands are displayed around the touch screen, and that is helpful. And also the system does its best to aid you along when things make a mistake rather than furthering misunderstandings.